Hello YouTube, thought I'd do a quick video here. There's some confusion that's going on, and it's partially my fault. Sometimes the small details I forget to mention in a video. So I thought I'd better make this video, and I've gotten asked through email and through comments, does the repeater software need internet to work? And the answer to that is the repeater software does not need internet to work. The date and time software that you see on your screen now does not need internet to work. It gets the date and time from the computer. Now, the date and time does have a weather function, as you saw in that video I did. That weather function does need internet because, as you saw in the video, to get the weather it has to pull the weather off a website. So that function does require internet, but the date and time and the repeater software does not require internet to work. Now I'm going to try to, when I do a video, I'm going to try to mention in the video whether it needs internet or not to work. If I forget to mention it, I will try to put it in the description, in the video description, whether or not it needs internet to work or not. So if I do forget to put it in the video description, just give me a holler and I'll go back and quickly edit it, because I like to, I like the people to know that, so they know before they start monkeying around if they need internet or not. So I want to make, be clear on that part. The other question I get is, what type of computer do I need to run the repeater software or the date and time software? And to answer that, the good news is these softwares do not take a lot of resource. And what I mean by that is they don't need a fancy, expensive, super fast computer to make the software run. So you could get a used computer. You can get a new computer. Now, as for a used computer, I believe the repeater software, I think I have that running on a computer that's running Windows 8. So anything above Windows 8 can run this repeater software. Now keep in mind, you're going to need a USB to DB9 adapter, like I mentioned in my videos, because most computers do not have that unless you're able to find a really old laptop that has that serial port adapter on there, and you probably won't find those very easily. But those adapters are cheap. You can get them cheap, so not a big deal. So as long as the computer's got a USB port, you can get a USB to DB9 connector to get this repeater software working. If you want to use a COM port to get the repeater software to work, you don't have to do it that way. You can also use the repeater software using the sound card and Vox settings on the radio. So there's a few different options, but yeah. So as long as it's got Windows 8 and above, the repeater software will work just fine. Now I did get a newer computer, and I want to show you this and kind of explain this a little bit so that people understand this. So let me move this. As you can see here, this computer is at Walmart. It was $129. It's a laptop, real cheap price, and I got this computer. I do have the repeater software installed on it, and I do have the date and time installed on it. I have not played with it after that. I hope to do that, and perhaps I'll do a video on this so that people know that this works 100%. The thing of it is that I don't have a USB to DB9 adapter that will work with Windows 11. I have to buy one. They're cheap, not a big deal. I just haven't done it yet because I'm doing some other projects. So that's on my to-do list. But I want to also point out something here. If you do get a computer, or whether it's this one or not, be mindful. This is Windows 11. Like I just said, you have to make sure that USB to DB9 adapter, if you want to use the COM port function of the repeater software, you got to make sure it's compatible with Windows 11. There's some adapters out there that are not, as some of the people have found out, and that there's some troubleshooting. I end up telling them, well, yeah, your adapter is not compatible with Windows 11, so they were able to return it and get one, and that fixed the problem. So make sure you read the description on that USB to DB9 adapter to make sure it works on the Windows 11. Also, this computer comes in S mode. S mode means safe mode, and what safe mode means is that it will not allow you to install programs outside Microsoft's App Store. But you can override the safe mode. It's real simple to do. Just go to Google and type in how to exit safe mode on Windows 11, and it's a real simple. A couple clicks and you're done. So you got to exit the safe mode. Otherwise, you will not be able to install the repeater software because that's not in the App Store. So, yeah, not a big deal. I just want to let you be aware of that when you buy. Some computers are coming with that way now. This computer is $129, very cheap. And also too, you don't need a fancy computer to run the repeater software or the time and date software. I do have software installed on this computer, but I have not gotten the COM port hooked up yet to it. But in my case, I'm going to be using this computer for other things, so it's not a real major deal if it didn't work or if it did. I think if I remember correctly, and you might want to double check this, I believe Walmart has a 15-day return policy on computers. So if you do get a computer from Walmart and it doesn't seem to work the way you want it or something, you can return it. Just make sure you take all your stuff off it. But double check that date or the time frame on that, because I don't know if I'm assuming it's for all Walmarts. Now, this particular model I was able to get right from my local Walmart. I didn't have to order it online, so which was nice. So check your local Walmart for this model if you want to buy this computer, and then ask them about the return policy. If you got to order online, I would either email Walmart or call Walmart and ask them again what the return policy is, so that if it doesn't work the way you like it or something, you can return it and get your money back. But yeah, the laptops are getting really cheap nowadays, and to run this software, the software that we're using for our GMRS two-way repeaters and other stuff on my channel do not require a very expensive computer or a very fast computer, so that's good news. So, and you can find it, like I said, you can get a second-hand computer. You don't have to get a new one, as long as it's got Windows 8 and above. You just have to get that USB serial port adapter if you want to use the COM port function of it. So yeah, that's which is good news. You don't need to spend a lot of money on this. So at any rate, I hope this video is helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below, and please subscribe. Thank you and have a good day.